The final introductions. Let's go inside the ring with Jared.
And now, introducing first, put your hands together for Vivek Jangra!
A tough, durable fighter making his way for the Maratha Yoddhas, who now are riding on a wave of confidence. Their captain got the job done. He put on the pressure on his opponent till he quit. Gets the big 6 points with the KO, and now the scores are level. They start at scratch again, and Jangra will be looking to get the lead here once again.
And his opponent, Jitender Nandal!
Nandal makes his way once again for the Tigers. Always smiling, always jovial, but a pure killer once he's inside that ring. He's good, tenacious, tough, strong, and not to mention some serious, furious technique behind those punches. He had a great showing against Dushyant Srivastava as he came in and put on a show that night. He looks to do the same here again inside that ring. Here we go to the tail of the tape. Jitender Nandal for the Tigers takes on Vivek Jangra for the Yoddhas. Both fighters weighed in approximately the same weight. Huge reach advantage goes to the Tigers, Jitender Nandal.
Fighting out of the black corner, he weighed in 72 kilograms, representing the Maratha Yoddhas, Vivek Jangra! Fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in 76 kilograms, representing the Northeast Tigers, Jitender Nandal! Ladies and gentlemen, referee for this bout will be Sandeep.
Keep head up, no holding, no low blow. Touch the glove, back to the corner.
Here we go. Super middleweight division between these two tough warriors. Vivek Jangra and Jitender Nandal, representing their teams, the Yoddhas and the Northeast Tigers, who are now at the most precarious position. 2 fights to go. They're both 7 each. Who will take the lead and who will get that pole position? We're just about to start this contest. My name is Arjun Chapurkatti. I'm joined by Jason Solomon. Jason, what a great night we've had so far.
Yeah, what an amazing turn of events in that last fight. Them getting the 6-point knockout.
That 6-point knockout, ladies and gentlemen, was due to a corner quitting. He quit, the corner quit, therefore they forfeit 6 points to the opposing team. Both these fighters immediately going to work. Nandal in the blue trunks, Jangra in the white, and you can see 6 big points, and they even the score 7-7.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty unbelievable. I can't believe that Jangu had to come out like that. I mean, if I knew that I would get 6 points, I would have stuck in there, kept my guard up, taken a beating, got the technical knockout.
Yeah, exactly.
And not giving away 6 points and only giving away 4 points. But maybe his corner didn't think about that.
Maybe,
or, you know, I don't know, maybe a miscalculation or error on their part. But anyways, good luck for the
remaining 2
Yoddhas.
fights. Yeah.
They got that win, didn't they?
They're on their level now, so it's status quo all over again. They start at the beginning. Which team will get the advantage? And that's the beauty of the point system here. Because in the blink of an eye, something dramatic can happen.
It depends on what team you're on, though. It could be the beauty or the curse.
Yeah, it can be the beauty or the curse, depending on what team you're on. In the blink of an eye, the tide can turn.
Right. That's the exciting part. That's what keeps people on their toes. That's what leaves the suspense up all to the very last fight. It's the speciality or the uniqueness of the Super Boxing League.
No, it's that point scoring system which just brings in the fun and excitement. And right now, Nandal and Jangra A very technical battle so far. Neither man overcommitting to their punches, staying sharp.
Right, their teams are back to 0-0 or like 7 each, so it's almost completely tied right now.
Yeah.
So now they have to be more careful, more calculating, and not give up another 6 points.
True, nobody wants to be that fighter in this position right now that would make that mistake or that error and give up another, a decision or anything at this point. You want to get in there and get that lead.
Yes, this next fight is crucial, and depending on how they win this next fight is even more crucial, because that's going to put pressure on the next fighters coming up after this battle.
And you know what? We just got a word from the truck that if they do not win this today, if the Northeast do not win this today on overall points, the Marathas will go up on the virtue of the fact that they have had 2 knockouts versus the 1 from Asha Roka for the Northeast. So that means the Marathas will take the top spot.
All right, interesting, good to know.
And the action continues, just 20 seconds. Oh, big right hook. Straight right. I always love how Nandal fights. Technical, clean boxer with some good power.
Yeah, good round.
Great round.
Ended off in a nice, started off a bit slow. These both fighters taking the time. Take a look at the highlights now, but the way the round ended was phenomenal.
Beautifully done. Both these fighters landing equally. Neither man getting the advantage. It's going to be a nightmare to score. But Nandal, though, at the end of the round, came back with some good combinations, landed some good shots, and at the end of it, got his opponent with a big right, straight right.
Yep, that was the last replay we just saw.
And that's a good way to end the round.
Very nice way. Puts an emphasis on your leading the scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shout, introducing Shout for Super Boxing League. That's shout.com. Shout yes or no to cheer a boo for any of the Super Boxing League fighters and teams. Takes just a few seconds to start shouting. No registration required. Shout aloud. You can keep shouting for the same boxer after waiting 1 minute. Let's go to the action now, Jason. Round number 2 between these two very evenly matched up fighters.
Looking forward to it, Arjun. It's been a good round, good fight so far. Let's see how this round goes.
It's been a great night as well, with some back and forth action. And what's interesting was the team captains came into play here today.
Big swing and a miss by Nandal. Nice body shot. Return fire from Jangra.
Both these men landing good shots. Oh, great head movement by Nandal. Comes up the middle with that uppercut. Good defense by Jangra. I love the way Nandal moves. He's not sloppy. He's always technical, and he's always working this constant output. Just landed a 6-punch combo there.
Jangra gets a good jab of his own. Lands a nice stiff jab.
Neither fighter controlling the action really, but if I had to favor someone, it would be the corner of the Northeast Tigers. Nandal showing better head movement.
Yeah, he's also, the volume of punches he's throwing, the amount of punches he's throwing, it looks better on a judge's scorecard. Also, when you throw punches and bunches like that, the chances of you landing are greater.
And that was a nice right hook there earlier. You can see immediately a welt under Jangra's left eye has formed. As the action continues, 1.5 minutes remaining in the second round. As we've got everything to play for, these teams are tied up.
Nice.
Oh, very nice right hook over the top.
Jangra needs to do something now. Nandal's running away with this fight here with the volume of punches he's throwing. Finally some, nice overhand right by Nandal.
Nandal has a good, what I like about him is he lands punches in bunches and he's tenacious. He stays on his opponent and he's got great movement. Look at that, just how easily he moved out of his way.
And another beautiful thing is the way he throws his punches effortlessly. Doesn't put too much power into them, doesn't put too much effort into throwing them. It's almost like he's effortlessly throwing those punches.
You know what, the best fights we saw in the tournament so far was Nandal versus Dushyant Srivastava when the Northeast Tigers faced the Bahubali boxers. And that was such a beautiful technical fight. It came down to the wire.
Yeah, I remember that fight. It was a good fight. And this fight here, speaking of good fights, this is a really good fight too. If you're a boxing fan and you know good technical boxing, both these fighters here are doing a great job.
Referee
calls time. There's something falls on the floor.
That looks like a piece of paper or something that must have come off their gloves. But yeah, you're right, Jason. Nandal is looking, he's setting up a rhythm here. He's gotten into rhythm here. He's gotten the timing down. He's slipping, moving, evading very well and countering. Look at that double jab. Perfect technique.
Definitely both these fighters putting on a very good show here.
And Jangra trying to catch him coming in with that big left hook. And Nandal's movement is just sublime.
Nice round.
Very nicely done.
Yep.
Puts a stamp at the end of that round again with that clean shot.
Yep.
And that weighs heavily in the eyes of the judges.
Nice stiff jab there to end the round.
Let's take a look at the highlights, Jason. Again, more of the same in this round. Like we said, it seems like Nandal is running away with it. He's landing the more effective strikes. He's coming over with the better combinations, landing cleaner shots. But Jangra is still in it. We've got 2 more rounds to go. And like we just saw, the captain of the Yoddhas, Tanvar, the tide can turn at any point in time.
That definitely is true here. Anything can happen at the Super Boxing League. Let's see who's going to hit harder in this round. Round number 3. Jangra versus Nandal.
Jangra seems to be breathing a little heavier as well. We just saw that in his corner. I think it might be an accumulation of some of those shots that he took in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, he's taken a lot of good, high-quality body shots, which definitely do slow you down. Also, Nandal is pushing the pace, forcing Jangra to react. Maybe he's fighting at a higher pace than he's used to fighting. He's still got 2 more rounds to go. So if Nandal can keep this pace up and tire out Jangra, we might see another knockout here tonight.
Yep, you know what? And I know for a fact that Nandal can keep this pace up, because in his opening fight, he and Dushyant, who are both volume punchers,
Nice,
they kept up that pace till the middle of the 4th.
Yep.
So
slips it.
Very nicely done. Jangra now looking to land some heavy shots. He realizes he's trailing on the scorecard.
Yeah, big swing and a miss by Jangra again.
Great head movement. Look at that. Beautifully slips out of the way. Comes back with a counter. And that's the score, Jason. 7-7. We can't say this enough. The significance of this fight. Who will take the lead here? Will it be Nandal or Jangra?
And not only who takes the lead, but how far of a lead they can accumulate.
Very nicely done. Beautiful right hand over the top. Tries to counter with that left hook. You can see the welt under his eye now.
Definitely. He's looking like it's got a big bruise under his eye. Hope it stays closed. If Nandal can target that, another few shots land there plush, he might open it up.
He's been trying to land there. He's landed some good straight rights. Beautiful triple jab there.
3-punch, 3-jab combo.
Again, same on that same spot, that right hand. It's not the hardest punch, but he's tagging it in the same place.
Definitely. That's what I mentioned earlier. He's a very efficient puncher. He doesn't throw his punches with full power every time, conserves his energy. And when he does throw punches, he throws them in large numbers and quantities, as we like to say, punches and bunches. And that confuses your opponent. He doesn't really know where you're going. So he might be defending the head, he might go down low, he drops his guard to defend the body shot, then he can go back up top. And that's a clinic that we're seeing here being put on by Nandal tonight.
Just look at that. Look at that head movement, and he's always working. See again, he turned from left to right, and he landed a beautiful 3-punch combination.
While he was punching, he turned the corner, cut the angle.
Very nicely done.
Jangra had no idea where he was.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're noticing this as the rounds go on. Jangra is slowing down. He's getting a little more sloppier. He's getting a little. I think he's getting a little impatient here. Beautiful 1-2 slips in and good counter by Jangra.
So the difference here now with the Jangra and Nandal's fighting styles, Nandal is using a larger quantities of punches, and he's also creating angles, whereas Jangra is just moving straight back and straight forward.
Oh man, look at that. He just landed a 6-punch combination from 3 different angles. And Jangra had no idea what was going on.
Right. And that's the style of fighting that separates the 2 of these guys.
Nice.
One is a more of a stylistic counter puncher, it slips and moves and creates angles. The other one just comes straight through. But if you look at the highlights here, nice stiff jab.
Beautiful jab.
Jangra, and then a nice counter over the top with a right hand.
Nandal comes over with those combinations over and over again. 1-2 slips to the guard. Nice overhand right, catches him. Again, he saw the triple jab there, Jason. 3-punch combination. and he moved over there. He turned a corner, 1, 2, 3, efficiently. And there's so much of elegance in his boxing. It's not labored. Those punches come in smooth.
Yeah, very smooth style of boxing. Doesn't put a lot of energy behind the punches.
But you know what? Jangra has got 3 minutes to turn this around because we're in the 4th and final round, and he really needs to pick it up because Nandal in the last 2 rounds has begun to run away with it.
He can sure as heck try, but I think Nandal's too slick to get caught up here in the last round.
Pretty Karishma Kotak on our monitor. She is the hostess of the Super Boxing League, but the action continues inside that ring. If you're just joining us, Nandal in the blue trunks for the Northeast Tigers, Jangra for the Yoddhas in the white trunks. And Jangra really needs to pick up that pace because Nandal has landed at will. Good counter by Jangra as we spoke.
Yes, you can see he's turned the tempo up. 2 big swings, partially blocked there.
Nice counter by Nandal again as Jangra looking to step in. But I like the way how Nandal is constantly pumping that jab. He's giving he's giving Jangra something to think about.
That's for sure. When you got a stiff jab like that coming in your face, it's hard to think about much else than trying to avoid it, let alone trying to hit somebody else. So good tactic used by Nandal. And look here again, even though he's in the clinch, putting together some nice shots.
Body, head, body, 3-punch combination by Nandal as we enter the last 2 minutes of this round. Some dirty boxing in the clinch, and Jangra looking to press the action.
He knows he's got to do something here, Arjun, to turn the tide.
Something drastic to turn the tide. He has to be looking for a finish here.
Is it a little too late? It's end of the round almost. End of the fight almost, I should say.
Yeah.
4th round.
Less than 2 minutes remaining in this 4th round. And I think Nandal at some level realizes that he's up on the points. Oh, he hits a nice straight 1-2 coming in there, does Nandal. I think Nandal realizes that he doesn't need to take unnecessary risks. But at the same time, he doesn't want to make it so close because if these two end up in a draw, that's going to create a bit of a situation here.
I don't really think this one is going to end up in a draw. Nice big overhand left hook by Jangra catching Nandal. But as I was saying earlier, I don't foresee this one going to a draw. I see a clear winner in my opinion. Whether the judges see it my way or not is completely, up to chance.
No, my friend, I meant if one of the teams, if say for example, if Nandal wins this fight, gets the 3 points, and then in the heavyweights, they get another 3 points. If they go down to a draw, it will come down to that point differential.
Yeah, that's why we have the point differential system. But let's see if we can avoid that.
Yep.
And let's see if one team can be the clear winner here tonight.
30 seconds remaining in this 4th and final round as Nandal and Jangra do battle. What a beautiful technical battle it has been between these two strong warriors.
20 seconds left now.
Nice big right hook by Jangra as he's looking to turn up the heat in the final seconds. Both these men are looking to swing now. And here you go, Nandal coming over the top.
Let's see if we can end with a nice big flurry of punches.
Oh, very nice there.
Get the crowd on their feet, get them hyped up here for the last few seconds.
And you can see Nandal landed the cleaner combinations towards the end. The body language says everything. Let's quickly go down to Raman, who is ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's as clear as black and white. क्योंकि हम बिल्कुल सीधी बात करने वालों में से मेरे साथ मौजूद है अखिल कुमार. Akhil, great to have you here with us at Super Boxing League.
बहुत धन्यवाद.
कैसा लग रहा है? पहली बार आप आए हैं सुपर बॉक्सिंग लीग, पिछले कुछ हफ्तों से चल रहा है. क्या आप फॉलो भी कर रहे थे इसे?
हाँ बिल्कुल, मैं इसको फॉलो कर रहा था और ख़ास तौर पे आपका धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा जिस तरीके से आपने जो दर्शक हैं उन्होंने जोश पैदा कर रखा है. और साथ के साथ 5 अगस्त को मैं बाउट लड़ रहा हूँ प्रोफेशनल के लिए. प्रोफेशनल में डेब्यू कर रहा हूँ. आप लोगों की शुभकामनाएं भी चाहिए मुझे.
वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू दैट एज वेल. अखिल, कि आप जब प्रोफेशनली रिंग में उतरेंगे, इंडिया के लिए कितनी बार उतरे, कितने मेडल जीते, अर्जुन अवार्ड से आपको नवाजा गया. ओवरऑल बॉक्सिंग का जो स्तर है इंडिया में और खासतौर पे जिस तरह के यंग बॉक्सर्स हम देख रहे हैं सुपर बॉक्सिंग लीग में, इनके बारे में कुछ बताइए.
काफ़ी अच्छा टैलेंट है और काफ़ी अच्छी शुरुआत की है सुपर बॉक्सिंग लीग ने. मैं समझता हूँ कि कई बॉक्सर इतने अच्छे हैं कि वो इंटरनेशनल पे अच्छा परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे देख के.
आपका स्टाइल यूनिक था. जब आप एमेच्योर लेवल पे लड़ते थे, इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करते थे, गार्ड ड्रॉप करके फिर फाइट किया आपने। अब सब बॉक्सर्स उस तरह से लड़ने की सोच लगाए बैठे हैं।
अच्छी बात है। मैं अगर मोटिवेट कर पा रहा हूँ यूथ को, और मैं चाहूँगा कि गार्ड रखना बहुत ज़रूरी है, सेफ्टी फर्स्ट। बाकी भगवान जो करेगा अच्छा करेगा, अच्छी मेहनत करो, जो होगा देखा जाएगा।
सेफ्टी फर्स्ट, स्टाइल कम्स विद प्रैक्टिस, जैसे अखिल कुमार के पास। अखिल, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर स्पीकिंग विद अस। लेट्स गो ओवर टू जैरेड फॉर द रिजल्ट्स।
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds, we go to the scorecard, declaring the winner by points on unanimous decision from the red corner, the Northeast Tigers, Jitender Nandal! That brings the total score for the Maratha Yoddhas to 7, and the Northeast Tigers lead at 10 points.
There you go, Northeast Tigers take the lead once again with that decision win.